Welcome into Steelers Talk. I'm your host, Jack Sperry, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have made two pretty big signings here at the end of NFL Week 1, heading into NFL Week 2 as they prepare to play the Denver Broncos in Mile High Stadium. And today we're going to be talking about these two signings and how they are going to impact the Pittsburgh Steelers here during the 2024 campaign. So I greatly appreciate all of your guys' support watching today's video. Obviously, we put one out earlier, so if you're watching both videos when we put out these two video days, you are a real one, and I appreciate your guys' support. And this is why you subscribe to the channel, man. Every time there's breaking news, every time the Steelers make a big signing, every time they make a trade potentially for a wide receiver before the deadline, every time they make a big move or there's a big injury update or whatever the case may be, we got breaking news coverage for you guys right here on Steelers Talk. We are dedicated to getting you guys breaking news action, even on my days off. You guys know I do those videos at home when breaking news happens on my days off. So I'm dedicated to getting you guys the really fast, really informative Steelers coverage whenever breaking news happens. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button right now. So let's start with the Monday signings here, where Terrell Edmunds, a former first-round pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers, returns as the Steelers poach him off of the Jacksonville Jaguars practice squad. And then they also signed Corliss Waitman, a punter that is now in his third stint with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So first, let's talk about Terrell Edmunds. Okay, because this is the bigger name. This is the player that Steelers fans know. He was a starter for this team for 5 seasons from 2018 when he was drafted in the first round by the Pittsburgh Steelers to be their starting strong safety all the way to the 2022 season. Left the team to go play for the Eagles and Titans in 2023. He was traded mid-season at the deadline, and then he signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars this year, but then he was placed on practice squad instead of their 53-man roster, and the Steelers ended up poaching him here to replace essentially Logan Lee's spot on the 53-man roster. Logan Lee was placed on IR on Saturday. So here's what the stats look like for Terrell Edmunds over the last several seasons. Last year was not a good season for Terrell Edmunds. All right, he started the year in Philly, didn't play all that well in that Vic Fangio-style system where he was asked to play pretty much man coverage on every single passing snap. That's not really Terrell Edmunds' cup of tea, if I'm being completely honest with you. He's more of a bruiser, bigger, strong safety type, not really a Fangio safety. That was always a bad fit. And then in Tennessee, maybe played a little bit better, but not much better. It was definitely a down year for Terrell Edmunds. But he has a lot of experience here in the Steelers defense. Obviously, he's going to be able to come in and know the terminology of Mike Tomlin and Terrell Austin's defensive scheme. He's played in it extensively as a starter before. So this is definitely going to be a seamless transition as far as mid-season free agency acquisitions go. So let me know down there in the comments section, are you happy that Terrell Edmunds is back with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Give me a yes or a no for today's pinned comment. YouTube's going to throw an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. When that happens, take advantage of that time by giving me a yes or no as to whether you're happy Terrell Edmunds is back. Personally, I like this signing. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything because you are poaching him off of another team's practice squad, and I think it's another really nice depth piece that adds to this Steelers safety room. I do think that Minkah Fitzpatrick and Deshaun Elliott are still your starting safety duo, but whereas DeMonte KZ is a little bit of a lighter third safety, now you have a heavier third safety in Terrell Edmunds, who can play almost like a hybrid linebacker safety role, somebody that can almost play nickel and dime linebacker here. Bring him in and have him go up against tight ends, have him take care of those coverage assignments from a linebacker position. As far as linebackers go, he'd be a really high-end coverage linebacker. So it'd be interesting to see if they play him in that type of role. And, of course, he's a former starting strong safety in this defense. So it's going to be interesting to see if he plays there at all in the weeks to come. Now, something that I will say here, Beanie Bishop Jr., the starting slot cornerback in Week 1, was a little bit of a weak link in the Steelers defense. Of course, he gave up that touchdown, the lone touchdown of the game, actually, to the Atlanta Falcons there at the end of the second quarter on Sunday. I thought Beanie played okay, but, I could certainly see Mike Tomlin want to get veteran experience interjected in here and move Deshaun Elliott more into the slot and almost go with like a 3-safety package with Minkah Fitzpatrick at free safety, Terrell Edmunds playing in the box, and then you've got Deshaun Elliott playing in the slot. I could certainly see Mike Tomlin and Terrell Austin up for that, as opposed to playing an undrafted free agent like Beanie Bishop Jr. I'm going to be keeping my eye out on personnel and all these different things in this Week 2 matchup against the Denver Broncos and what they decide to do with Terrell Edmunds right away. So coming up here on Steelers Talk, the other signing today, a punter after Cam Johnston was announced was going to miss the rest of the season. So we're going to talk about the punter signing here in just a second. But first, let's have a word from our sponsor here at Game Time, which is the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for the sports, music, comedy, and theater in your area. And folks, we all know that experiencing a football game, especially live, is unlike anything you can get from watching the game on your couch, okay? So Game Time Picks is a brand new feature from our friends at Game Time, and what it does is that it filters out the fluff to only show you incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. So this is how it works. You go on the Game Time app, you find an event you want to go to, and you put in or you click the Game Time Picks button at the top of your screen there. And what it does is that it puts all the tickets in their database, puts them through an algorithm, and then ranks them based on the best possible deals for you to get the best possible seats, the best possible price, and you don't have to do all this shopping on other ticketing apps. You don't even have to do a bunch of shopping on the Game Time app itself. It automatically filters through the best deals so you guys can get the best deals on your tickets. And what I love about using Game Time is they get the lowest price guarantee on any ticket to any event. It's guaranteed, so you don't have to, search around a bunch of different ticketing apps to find the best price. You know the best price is going to be on Game Time. You also have the all-in pricing, so you don't get slapped with crazy fees at checkout. You know what you're going to pay up front there with Game Time, and then flash deals so you can get even cheaper tickets the closer you wait to the start of your event. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS. It's one word, all caps, CHATSPORTS. It's right down there in the bottom right of your screen for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply against just for that first purchase. Create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off that first purchase. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. So the other signing for the Pittsburgh Steelers today was Corliss Waitman. Okay, and this is somebody that was brought in as a UDFA back in 2020. And, this isn't his first stint with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But it was announced earlier today that the free agent acquisition that the Steelers made this year in Cam Johnston, one of the best punters in the National Football League, suffered a season-ending knee injury in yesterday's win versus the Atlanta Falcons, and that is a big blow to the Pittsburgh Steelers special teams unit. But then Tom Pelissero reported today that the Steelers plan to sign punter Corliss Waitman per his agent Alexa Stabler after Cam Johnston suffered a season-ending knee injury on Sunday. So my thoughts on bringing in Waitman instead of a guy like Brad Wing or, say, Presley Harvin III is that I like the signing. All right, he's somebody that Steelers fans have fond memories of. Somebody that once I put out, my initial reaction on X today, people were like, yeah, I liked him when he was here in Pittsburgh. Now, it's a little bit interesting because he is a lefty punter, right? So it's going to be kind of fun to see that lefty punter aspect on Sundays this year. And I just hope that he's ready for this moment, man. He's been kind of working around practice squads, and, he's had stints with Chicago and New England and Denver, and, he's had a couple starts here and there, but he's never been a full-time starter as a punter in the National Football League. So this is his chance. I hope that he really makes the most of it here in Pittsburgh, and I'm very excited to see what he's going to be able to do. However, I do think he's not going to be on the level of a Cam Johnston, right? There's a reason why you go out and you get a guy like Johnston in free agency. It's because he brings a certain element to the game management, field positioning, all that stuff that a guy like Corliss Waitman is probably not going to be able to deliver on the same degree. However, I'm really hoping that he's going to be able to come in here and be serviceable, and this team is going to be just fine moving forward. So red pen time. Let me know down there in the comments section. Grade the signings for the Pittsburgh Steelers today. I expect Edmunds to get on the field, and then obviously Waitman is going to be playing a big part in the special teams unit for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. So you're going to see a lot of these guys on the field here in 2024, I think. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F. For me personally, I'm going to give the Terrell Edmunds signing a B+, A- for what it is, a depth signing that has experience in this defense. That's a seamless transition. I like that signing quite a bit. Gives this safety room even more depth throughout this season in case there's injuries, God forbid. And then the Waitman signing, I'll give it a B. I don't know how it's going to end up. I guess we'll see how he performs in the days and weeks to come here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hopefully, he's better than Presley Harvin III, though. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really do appreciate all of your guys' support. Tomorrow, we have another 2-video day, so make sure you click that subscribe button right now. And until next time, here we go, Steelers.